So this is what not to do.
Don't even ask about that intro. I get so bored on the weekends, guys. I think to myself, what stupid thing can I do today? And I found it. But anyways, this video is going to be about the flight deck. See, I got my sound. I can't hear shit. These are my sound attenuators from when I was worked on the flight deck. I still have them. They're my memento. They're my token to remember the struggles and this shit. Man, I missed that kinda. I missed the adrenaline rush. I missed the smell of jet fuel, jet exhaust in my face.
So as you guys can see, the flight deck is definitely a dangerous place and very, very confusing. Look at all these fucking lines everywhere. But I'll just point out a couple easy things, just in case you want to work on the flight deck or that's what you want to do in the Navy, because it's a hell of a job. So as you can see on the top, on the very left, you have the numbers 1 and 2. That is the bow of the ship. And those are your catapults. So catapult 1 is on the starboard side. Catapult 2 is on the port side of the bow. And then you're going to move down a little bit. You're going to move down the ship, and you're going to see numbers 3 and 4 there on the port side, which is your left. Those are catapults number 3 and 4. So as you can see, there's 4 catapults. So there's a lot of shit going on at one time, because you can be launching off 4 jets all together.
And that's a lot of shit. That's a lot of lines. That's a lot of stuff to learn, but don't worry. If that's your rate, I mean, there's a lot of rates that could work on the flight deck. For example, just off the top of my head, if I remember, ABH. Those are your handlers, the yellow shirts, right? That direct the aircraft. You have your ABFs, which are the fuelers, which are the purple shirts. We call them grapes. They run around and fuel the aircraft. You have the ABEs. They wear green. They're the ones that work with the arresting gear, with the four cables that catch the tail hook of the jets. Those are ABEs. They work on all of those cables on the flight deck. And then you can also work on the flight deck if you're like me and we're in a squadron. There's a bunch of rates. There's AM, which is aviation mechanic, AT, aviation technician, AE, aviation electronics. There's AO, aviation ordnanceman. There is maybe even if you're a PR, you can be up there. There's a lot of different jobs, definitely. They can be on the flight deck if you really want it. It's dangerous. That was kind of the draw, one of the draws for me to pick the rate that I did, because I knew that potentially I can work on the flight deck. And that was like the most badass thing at the time, when I was 18, 19, watching YouTube videos of all F-18s launching, the shooters doing their thing. I was like, damn, that'd be cool as fuck to do. And I got to do that, and it was it was an awesome experience, The only bad thing that I would say is that, not bad, but I don't really feel like I don't get adrenaline rushes anymore. It's takes a lot. I don't get it when I do things that I used to before, that I would get adrenaline rushes from. It's just, I think it's from working on the flight deck for so long and being around the F-18s. Look how close they would land in front of you. And you guys saw in that clip, look how close my friend is standing. He's standing even closer than me, and he's all nonchalant, leaning up against the helicopter. La-da-da. You get complacent up there, like a normal person with an F-18 landing literally 10 feet in front of you would be flipping their shit. But, just, doing that for months at a time, month after month after month after month, it just gets so monotonous, and so you get really complacent, which is bad. Just got to keep your head on a swivel, is what they say. Always be watching around. So I'm super hyper vigilant now too. When I'm riding or driving, I'm always looking in my mirrors and shit. But yeah, that's the flight deck, folks. So I hope y'all have a good weekend. more episodes on Thursdays coming out. And then whenever I get my camera, I'll do some day in the life and shit. Day in the life. It's pretty. I got interesting stuff coming up. So yeah, later.